Hello. This is a clip from a lovely conversation I've had with the wonderful actor William Belleau. He came on the show to promote his new film Thunderbird, available on Amazon Prime US Video. Enjoy. Because
Yeah.
and that's one of the reasons I was excited to talk to you. You're you're starring in the movie that is has been released recently, which is Thunderbird, which is a very interesting and a great movie. I talked to the director and Natalie Brown, and it was a pleasure. And I know that they have had an incredible experience on that set, and I know that we talked a lot about the movie with the director, and we talked. One of the many subjects was the representation and the importance of being respectful to the culture of the natives in this movie, and the length he went to make it matter. And I was wondering, you have been playing, you have been an actor for over, I mean, since 2003. Am I right?
Yes, give or
Yeah,
take. Yeah, since Dreamkeeper, that
yeah,
was the first thing I did. Yes, that was
yeah,
since 2003.
yeah. And I was wondering, I was thinking about this because you must have seen that representation kind of shift and change throughout your career, and see how characters are portrayed. Have you seen a big shift, or is it?
Yes, I would say there's been a definite shift.
Mm,
Um, Directors are more inclusive in what's called spiritual protocol.
mm,
So I've had one. I've done one project called Diablo, where the director had a meeting with us. It's like, okay, we're about to film a sweat lodge scene.
mm,
So what do I need to do? How do I need to approach this? And so we had a dialogue about that, which is nice. And as suppose I've done another project where they just put peacock feathers in my hair, and there was a part in my career where I was too shy to speak up about that kind of thing. And that's we get that from residential school. We get too shy to say a thing. But now it's different now. I'd say there's warmth.
mm,
There's definite warmth in the dialogue. There's definite respect and exchange of respect with how we're approaching um, representation
mm,
among my people. It's yeah. There's a warmth there that I've felt, especially with yeah, with the more recent stuff I've done. There's been a dialogue and something that I've appreciated very much.
mm,
And there's been advisors on set of the tribe. There's been advisors and um, and as an actor working with advisors of another tribe, there's also there's an exchange there. There's always an exchange. I do my best to offer tobacco if it's an elder, and
mm,
so there's definite spiritual protocol
mm,
um, amongst the advisors, the people, it'll be of the tribe, um, and yeah, I can only describe it as warmth.
mm.
There's a definite warmth and hospitality, and you're among their families, and they welcome you. And yeah, I would definitely call it a shift in
Mm.
terms of non-natives telling native stories, and they're saying, well, this is how you would say it, this is how you're gonna react, this is how. And I would say there's more of a collaboration now, and I like I really love where it's headed. And I myself am in I've been writing and directing myself, So I'm I'm loving where my directing career is headed.
Wow.
It's yeah, it's because now a director, actor, writer, um, telling my own stories. I don't have to have this advisor. I'll I am the advisor, director, actor as well. So it fills my heart to because there are just countless stories than what's been told,
Mm.
than what's being told over and over. So there's a lot of us that have a lot of stories, and I'm this shift is going for what's going to happen is I'm going to be the one in the baseball cap and the
Mm.
glasses behind the camera. With they usually have a little monitor like a pad,
Yeah.
and then they're looking at the so, and I've been around plenty of directors where I know, okay, this is how we're going to block it, and then I can talk to the actors. This is going to be your mark right here, and this is kind of the tone that we'll get a sense of the tone. And so I'm now listening to directors. Like I've been a fly on the wall. Like a lot of sets, it's
Mm.
been like free film school. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm standing there, and then I see how they do it, and then okay, and then I have a journal. I write it all down, and then I did do a short film on my in my community that I wasn't planning for. I wasn't ready for, and yeah, I had fun doing that. I taught kids about what we were doing.
Oh.
About I Yeah, I
And
it
how is it
was.
working with kid actors from your tribe? How was it? Because I know that kid actors can be difficult to work with because they are kids.
Oh, this is the thing. They were pros
Mm.
because I taught them all of the good ways of being an actor,
Mm.
and I also taught them the bad ways of being an actor. Like this is, you know, I taught them how to be professional. I taught them you know, what we don't like as directors. And then I told them not just what we don't like, because you can't go off of what we don't like. I told them on what we prefer, and talk to them volume wise, how to listen to each other, and yeah, that was a life changing experience for me. I'm like, wow, I'm a director because I'm getting kids, and they weren't. And you would think they're difficult, but I was nothing but proud. We had one kid that was super shy. He started super shy, and then he went from being this loud little
Wow.
character in the thing to shouting on the bus, and I was, oh wait, yeah. And now my heart and soul is going in that direction as well.
Mm.
And you're asking me about this shift, and so I'm going to tell you I'm part of this shift. I'm directing now. I'm super excited, and
Wow.
it's so funny because the producer of Thunderbird, him and I are going to start working together, and
Wow.
we're just going to start with shorts, and just kind of, but with me at the director front, and just for fun. Like we literally we I started doing working with kids just for fun, and then, well, my that's not what occurred was my cousin is a teacher in our community, and she's like a sister type. Her name is Dorothy Johnson, and she said, I came home, and she's like, just the man I wanted to see. Just come and talk to our kids. And she says, I'm doing like film stuff with them on an iPad, and I have no idea what I'm doing. And I was like, okay. And then and then within that week time frame that I was there, we adapted a page and a half script, and then we filmed it, and then they screened it, and then it was about a bear versus coyote. Bear wanted it to be dark all the time, and coyote wanted it to be light all the time. And so I had two actors, two boys and two girls, and they well, first it was written bear versus coyote, so we just rewrote it, two bears and two coyotes, and yeah, and then we had a lot of fun. I could not believe how how life changing it was for me. How life altering, I should say. Like, wow, I had fun directing these kids, and they had fun learning everything that I've learned since 2003. And and then we did a second one called Making a Warrior, and that time I had 8 actors. Yeah, the Shire ones decided, well, maybe I should give it a try. So then I had 8 actors, and now we have I'm in the middle right now of 16 actors.
Mm.
Um, so I'm in the middle of kind of getting that together with the, because they're growing up so fast. Oh my God. They went from being these kids to cool, like cool now. They're at that cool part in their
Yeah.
the kind of the chapters. So I'm like, oh my God, they're growing up too fast. We have to do this film. And yeah, Michael Morrison, the producer of Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Well, I got him in as kind of like a co-instructor while we were doing Zoom sessions. Because of COVID, I couldn't go back with the kids and be on the reserve with them and then help tell a story. I was like, well, the best thing we could do is, at least get a script developed. So I didn't know what we were gonna write, but it was exciting too because I got on Zoom with the kids, and and there was like 16 of them, and I was so happy to see them. I was a little sad that I couldn't be in the room, but I just had to make the best of it.
Wow.
And and I told the kids, well, we have a blank canvas for this next one, and there's some confusion. They were like, what's a I was like, does anyone know what a blank canvas is? And they were like, no, no, no. One hand went up. He was like, oh. And I was like, yeah, it means we get to paint what we want. Like, yeah, you guys get to paint what you want. So what do you guys want to do? What's the story you want to tell? And I had like a little pitch to them. And they then a hand went up. My lead for the film, he goes, oh, he says, one of us goes missing. And I was like, whoa. Um, and then I taught them how to add to each other's ideas and how to respect each other and not, just shoot down, no, we're not going to do that. So what happened was one of us goes missing, one kid, and then, oh, a Sasquatch takes him. And they were like, yeah. And then, we got to go find him. And then, yeah, we find out the Sasquatch takes them to the spirit world. And they were like, yeah. And then I was like, holy cow, you're talking about missing children. And then now we're going into folklore. I was terrified, but I got the breakdowns done. And now I got 2 other buddies in that, one guy that, really good friend of mine, he's been writing his own Sasquatch thing, which is so strange how the universe does that. I was like, yeah, I was writing my own Sasquatch script. I was like, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, do you want to just mix it in a bowl? I was like, yeah. So yeah, and it became this whole other thing. So that's where we're at right now. I mean, there's an urgency in my heart and soul to help these kids tell their story that they were excited about, and also kind of collaborate with Michael, producer wise, and then for me as a director. And I might be in the movie as well. I might sit on the bench until maybe there's a role that needs to be filled. Because this last one, I was the chief, and we couldn't get a chief, so I was like, well, okay. So I hopped in, I I directed myself. It was so funny because I was like looking at the footage, and I was like, it's such a different thing because, okay, I need to smooth over this line, and then maybe up the pace a
Oh
little
my
bit
God,
more,
you have to be
and then
comfortable looking at yourself. Did that make you more acceptable, more better at looking at your own work because of that experience?
yeah, it was more because I mean, looking at my own work, you can't be so critical. There has to be
Mm.
more acceptance. Being that you can't have this, I look, or my voice sounds like that. It's like, no, I start looking at the emotional beats and where the soul is.
Mm.
And then also and a few technical things about if I read a thing and then I do this, it's like, okay, that needs, I say that needs to be smoothed out. And then I let the dialogue kind of slow down, and then the volume kind of speak for itself, and then becomes this other thing, and then I watch it, and then okay, that's kind of in the better. And yeah, that was yeah, I remember that was a Saturday. That was right in the morning, and we got into the evening filming myself,
Mm.
and it wasn't just I mean, as a director, for myself, speaking for myself only, I mean, I can't go for perfection. All
Mm.
I can go is for to have this message get across to the kids, because in the scene that we're fighting each other over over one of them speak the language. I mean, like half of them can speak the language and the other half doesn't. And so the ones that do make fun of the ones that don't.
Mm.
And so they all started fighting in the classroom.
Yeah.
And that's so funny. It wasn't even my idea. I on my spare time I game out. And the reason why I game out is because you can get in a party and then you can talk to anyone. It's like a phone call for me.
Yeah.
So people, friends that I went to high school with, cousins, family, I game out and we just kind of go over the day. And then I had that quandary, like, I don't know what these kids are going to fight about. And then, and my buddy I was playing with, it's like, oh, half of them speak the language and the other ones don't. And the ones that do make fun, one don't. There's a guy over there. I was like, okay, yeah, that's it. And it's so funny. He just snapped out. I was like, you want to help me write this? And he helped me write it. Like, I got a buddy of mine from high school to help me write it.
Wow.
And yeah, it's so funny. And then now a third friend of mine is going to come. So right now I'm in the process of assembling just really good buddies of mine. So we just have fun making movies. I don't want it to be this really stressful thing, I want us to have fun while we're doing it too. And that's the other thing with kids. With the kids working, I was like, this is fun. That's like, I remember, this is fun. I really want you to have fun this one. It's like, we're having fun. It's not this big stressful thing that we make in our head. And I also went with the kids. Before we even started first shooting, I was like, okay, kids, we're all scared in this room, right? And they're like, yeah. And I told them, I'm scared too. I'm directing you. And I'll tell you what I do. Like, I get scared every time. I'm letting you know that right now. I'm not brave. I mean, like, I'm brave because I always do it when I'm scared. And I taught them, you just let fear have its dance. You just let fear have its dance. You
Mm.
just breathe. Yeah, breathe a lot. And this is fun. And then again, you might, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna shoot my scenes because I'm playing the chief. We're gonna shoot my scenes first, and you're gonna watch me. I promise. I promise you tomorrow. I will mess up. And I told him, just watch what happens when I mess up. And so I did the scene, and I remember I did mess up. I knew I was gonna forget because it was like this a whole bunch of dialogue,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
and it's easy to get hard on myself, but I don't do that. So when I forgot a line, I would just pick it up, and then they were watching, and then I got through the scene. I got through all the dialogue. I swam through it. It was just, yeah, it became a breeze after a while. And then the next day, actually, we wrapped, and I was like, okay, did you guys see me mess up? They were like, yeah. I'm like, what happened? Like, you just kept going. And I was like, yeah, did you see me get mad at myself? I was like, no, you didn't. You just kept going. It's like, did you see me apologize? And they're like, no, you just literally, you kept doing it. And did you see me have fun? They were like, yeah, you were having fun doing it. You were messing up. And I was like, yeah, that's what this is. So they were like, you guys ready to go now? They're like, yeah. You guys ready to do your scenes now? They're like, yeah, you just saw me how I do it. And that's the way I wanted to teach. I didn't want to make it a classroom thing. I thought, I'm not your teacher. He's like, I'm a director. I'm a director, writer, producer, actor. And this isn't the classroom. This is a set. And you're not acting students, you're actors today. You're actors right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like you're storytellers right now. And we're just here having fun. And look, I'm not grading you or anything. I mean, the teacher is here because it's part of her curriculum to have me here. Yeah, she's the one grading you, but I'm here to make sure we have fun doing this. And so that's like, so going in with your question at the start, that's where this is headed, these kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I am force multiplying what I know and hear being on set. As I always tell them, well, this is on this set, this is what we did. So I had so much fun doing that I told these kids like how was like I'm in it for life. I'm ready to do it. I mean, let's just keep making movies and keep, you know, there's grants, there's all kinds of grants out there, and Michael knows how to get them. So we're gonna help tell these stories. You want to, if you kids want to talk about missing children, missing Native children, let's do that. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if that's what's in your heart, let's talk about what's in your heart. And yeah, that's Nathan. That's where this is headed. This is these kids, and it's somewhere really strong and really soulful. And I cannot believe I get to be a witness to it because these kids are tomorrow. Like I just witnessed, like the lead actor. I just witnessed a little writer's room when they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna go missing," and then I wrote 16 breakdowns for each of them, their characters. Some of them just want small roles,
Yeah.
and some of them are ready to be the leads. And I'm teaching them how to approach a lead and how to be respectful. And I always emphasize, respect your fellow artists and everything. And um, and also the shy kids are acting, which is something I was insane. I'm still very proud of it. So yeah, that's where that is. Like that's where that's headed. Like I can talk about it for like a long time. I'm in the middle of an amazing experience of doing that.
Yeah. Can hear that. What you reminded me of how amazing it is to be a creative and how making movies, making art, making acting, doing all of this is such a privilege. Some people they give up on that. It's stupid, but some people they see this as an amusement and they go on to do jobs that bore them. And we get to do that. We get to have fun for a living or try to do that for a living, and this is so amazing. And
Yes, sir.
you just reminded me of that because I'm an actor too, I'm a writer too. And my gosh, the feeling I have when you described it, I feel it every day when I'm on stage, man. Like it's
Yes, sir.
scary, it's scary. You mess up, and there's something that you said that really hit hard for me. Was you said I cannot, I'm paraphrasing, but I cannot be mad at myself for when I make a mistake. You know, you are in front of these young people, and this is so hard for an actor to do that, to just forgive yourself when you do something bad, when you mess up.